all kinds of video ideas. I was planning some more videos about the movie and everything else. And I just kind of got tired of all the rhetoric going on YouTube about the different things about the video, or not the video, the movie, of things that are bad and toxic and this and that and on and on. I decided, you know what? I'm just taking a break from the movie stuff and I'm going to go back to Dragstor. And so let me go ahead. I'm cleaning up to do another really cool video tonight. And I thought, I'll go ahead and let's get this video out of the way. So let's turn the camera around. And I got another Dragstor. Now you're probably asking yourself, why'd you get on the Dragstor? I just could not get this stinky leg to work. After I sanded it down, did all that stuff and everything else, it just looks awful, awful, awful. And so I asked people on my video, I said, hey, does yours have the same leg gap? And they're like, no, mine doesn't. Somebody else had one on a different figure. I thought, you know what? I'm giving it another shot and see if I can get one without a leg gap. So that's what this video is here, is let's see if I can get a decent Dragstor without a leg gap. And you know what I'm going to do from now on in the future? If I get a figure with a leg gap, I am just returning it immediately. I'm not going to monkey with it. I'm just going to send it on back and say no thank you to the leg gap. So first of all, we got the Cracker Jack prizes, but we know it's already in here. And look, it's taped instead of being sealed. So let's go ahead and open this up. And it should be a wheel and a hand. Wheel hand. Da, 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 da. And now let's go and yank the figure out. There it is. And this time I will not bend the engine block like I did last time. Don't bend the engine block. And let's just cut this out of there. Wow. That one's already loose. Cut. He's got him on his elbows too. You know, he'd been a really cool guy to have in the movie. Now, granted, he's a Horde character, so they couldn't have him in the He-Man movie, but it still would have been cool to see Dragstor in the live action. And look at that. I fixed the gap. I know, technically it's not fixing the gap. All right. So I had some guy online. He was like, hey, man, I can get him to roll. I'll show you how. Now, the one problem is this is a very rough surface. It's not a very smooth surface. And that's part of the reason why I have some issues with trying to get it to roll. I noticed that his video was a nice, smooth kitchen top. Pull your hand out of there, man. And he was saying to put him at his arms length down here, which is what I tried doing one time in the video, was trying to line him up. It stinks. That's right. I remember now what I was complaining about. Even if you put him down here, they're still angled out. You can't put them straight. But I know, let's try to bend his arm right to get him straight. There we go. So let's cattywampus his arm around to fake the straightness. And put his head up. Point his toes. Just got to angle that a little bit higher. Oh, everything was going so good too. He just didn't have the strength in his arms to hold him up. So see, it starts scraping on here again on my rough surface. Oh, it's scraping on the bottom here. No. Yeah. I don't know, man. By the time you get them angled just right, it's pretty cattywampus, because you got to also make up for the difference of this piece right here on top. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was quite the task to get it to work. But yes, I guess you can get it to work with a lot of effort. Erp, erp, erp. So let me show you the task here. You have to bend his elbows out and in and up and down. So that way then they will hold up his legs. Now his face is just so close to scraping. But yeah, I guess he's not scraping anywhere. Okay, now let's put the motor on, see if it fits with his arms that way. Hey, it does. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I am going to take the extra head from the figure I'm going to scrap, and I am going to Dremel the head out so his head can look higher up. Because his head looking down like this, he just can't see where he's going. He's got to be able to have a little bit higher peak point to look up. But yeah, I guess if you do it that way, you could have him roll. But that is a lot of effort and a lot of things that are so close to going wrong. And his legs aren't touching at all. His wheels are taking the place of his legs. Oh, oh. Well, thank you, the person who sent that to me. I should look on my phone and see what his name was again. I apologize. But if you're watching, just shout out and say, hey, that was me. It was my idea. I'm the one that made the video. It's also on the lounge. If you go to the lounge, you'll see his video where he's kind of dogging me, but it's okay. I'd rather be called out and shown a better way to do it than not be called out. But let me go grab my Dremel tool and let's alter this head so it can look up higher, because that would be a cool feature. So a couple things we could do. One is we could sand it behind here more. That would probably be the best way. So I think I'm going to alter this one first, my scrap guy. And if it works, then I'll do a leg swap on him. If it doesn't work, then I didn't ruin the guy that works good. Let's see how that would work and push back further. I don't know if it'd give us more angle though. All right, let me get my Dremel tools. I'll be right back. You can stare at this guy. Hold up. That's the problem with doing a live video. Okay, I am back with tools. Back with more tools. You know what I should do? You know what? That is what I'm doing. I am going to make a version that is ready to roll, and I'm going to glue this stupid leg closed with the gap and put him in all the right positions and put his wheels on and have the head go up. So I have one that's already wheeled, ready to go, and it doesn't have a gap, and one that is the regular figure, which is not the wheeled, ready to go. So first of all, let's see if his head goes just as high. Yeah, it does. Okay. So first order of business, we're going to sand out that spot right there and see if we can't get his head to look higher up. Let's see what tool I'm going to use here. Oh yeah, the little gray one down there. All the others are in the way. Well, here's a new gray one. And here's an old gray one. Another old bluish gray one. Sorry, I'm hitting that microphone probably with my hand. No, That will not do much digging. All right. Let me check your guys' comments. I saw one come in. I was born in 1984 when He-Man first aired. Nice, Anthony. Excellent, Anthony. Yeah, I'm not saying when I was born. Oh, yeah. Let's take the good guy that's in good shape and set him aside so I don't mess him up. And let's go ahead and do some altercation. Da, 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 da. You have to be careful about how we do this because you do too much, too wrong, it can end up just snapping. And that will be the end of it. Okay. A little bit more. Well, that does go higher. Let's stick his head on and see how much higher that goes. Let's do a comparison here. It's not really that much higher. For that angle of attack, you'd think it would go higher, but he's also got the spot in the back of his head where it hits right there. Okay, let's get a tool and measure the flushness from the wheel to the face here. First, we can slide it. Oh, sorry, you guys, I bumped my camera down. You're like, what the heck is he talking about? All I see is his feet. So you can see his head goes back a little further now. Then you tilt it up, but it's just not that much. Okay. Trying to think how I'd do this angle check. I guess the only way I can is to put the wheels on the same way and see if we can get this guy to do the same exact pose. You poser. Okay. So we aim his arms out, up, down, bring it around town, twist it, up, out, round, town, twist it, toes pointed. Okay, there we go. Now I got two that are rollable, roly-polyable. right, let's bring the camera down. Oh, his face is a little up higher. Look at that. I mean, we're not talking a lot, but enough to not scrape his chin on the ground. Actually, that worked pretty good. Just enough. Yeah, I think I like that. Hey, Ronald, thanks for joining us. Just trying to figure out a way to make his head look higher. So, Ronald, what I did was I sanded this little spot right here in the back of his neck to make it so his head can go higher. And it gave us just a little bit of breathing room. So now when he's laying on his stomach, you can just see just ever so slightly more straight ahead. Granted, it's not much, but it does just make a little bit of difference. Let me make sure it's not the angle of attack. Let me change his. Nope, it's not, because his legs will start scraping if I change it anymore. So probably knows to come apart in the waist, because then I could just swap the legs really easy. I mean, I could heat it up here and swap them out that way, but that's always a pain. But I could do the same sanding trick on the other one. Yeah, he's definitely looking up higher. I remember a long time ago, I made a look up Stratos figure, and I actually altered the head to make him look up, not the neck. And it actually worked pretty good. But see, if you look at from straight on, it looks lame because you can see, of course, his neck hole there. But now I have to decide if I want to do it on the new one or just swap the legs. Sometimes swapping the legs causes joints to get loose. That's what I'm afraid of. All right, it's time to risk it. It's time to risk it all. No, you know what? I might just do the sanding job on the other one. It's not that hard to do. It's not that hard. Let me think. Nope, I'm doing the leg swap. The leg swap. All right, I'm gonna go get some hot water. We're doing some leg swapping. We are going to, you know, oh man, I ripped up more of my bench. I keep ripping more of this up with my hand hitting it all the time. You can see my hands hit right here when I'm doing stuff. And this, it's made out of cork. And I sprayed the cork with the rough spray paint to give it that dirt look. And I keep ripping this cork more and more and more. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's like it's some kind of edge, like it's organic looking, but I just wonder. And over here, I got a big old rip in it too. So I don't know. I may have to go with something else soon besides my cork board. We shall see. All right. I still went aside because I know this is pretty risky to do. If I do a leg swap, sometimes the joints get too loose. Then you're stuck with the loose joints. And I have a Roboto that had that problem. I ruined his joints and these are nice and tight. Okay, I'm doing the head alteration on him. We're going to do it again. Oh, it's the moment of truth. There we go. I'll slow that down a little bit. Bump him. You know what? I'm taking off his backpack first. Remove the backpack. There we go. No, 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 no. All right, let's try it out. It does go quite a bit back. It's actually cleaner than the other side was. Hooray, it actually looks better than the first one. Let's see. Boop. It does give us just a little bit of clearance. Not a lot, though. I guess I bent his arms a little bit when I did it. But his chance of his chin hitting is way down. I think that works pretty good. So now you guys all know what to do. Just be really careful when you sand this not to hit the blue peg inside, or you'll just snap it right off. Clean off all the burrs in there. Get it nice and clean looking. All right. A lot less chin injuries now. When he hits a bump, he's not going to knock his chin off quite so easily. It's still pretty low to the ground, but okay. I guess I can buy that for $1. Let's see, which engine's his? This looks like the non-bent one. Hold on a second. They both look pretty bent. This one's bent uniformly. Da 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 da. Dragster man. Oh. Okay, one more time. Burp. All right, let's check out your guys' final comments before I end the video. Hey, Ronald. Wow, no one's really commenting. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you think that fix was cool or lame, let me know. This guy's probably going on the chopping block. And you know what? I'm going to keep his engine. And I'm going to keep his spare wheels. I'm going to make a version that does not have the rims. But at least you have one that can look back now. So, of course, he does have a big old leg gap there. But I'm sure I'll probably start the starting bit at one data, Mr. Krabs. I'll put him on soon. But he won't have his engine, and he'll still have a leg gap, and he won't have his wheels. All right. I think that is it. Final comments. No comments? No comments? See, now I can at least use the gun and the engine at the same time. Ugh. So makes more sense now. Now he just has a gun that looks like his engine. I might even cut those two things off the top while I'm at it on one of them. So that way it can only be used for a gun. Blam, 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 blam. I got an engine-shaped gun. Don't mix them up. One is for shooting and one is for drag racing. Stand, man, stand. There we go. Oh! Fun, fun, fun. What is changed? Excellent question. What I did was I sanded the back of his neck right there so his head can look up higher. And it just lifts his chin off the ground just a little bit. And so he's also looking a little more forward than the regular one. The regular one only went to about like right there. But this one adds that little extra 1/4 inch. Now, in the front, it looks dumb because you can see his neck is open. But when he's sliding across the ground, you don't care about that. So that's what the fix is. Making it so he can look higher up and keeping his chin from scraping the ground. See? Much more movement. Fun, fun, fun. All right. If you want, rewind the video and check out how I did it for those that just joined. And I will see you guys next video. I'll have a fun custom in the works. It won't be live. Thanks. And that's all I got. Until next time, let me turn the camera around. Like they say in the 1987 movie, good journey. Or like they say in the 2006 movie, good journey, kid. Anyway, thanks for joining me. He does look cool with having the engine and the gun, both. So sorry to the person who's buying the one for $1 bid. I know he's going to be missing pieces, but at least his head can go back further. All right. Good journey. Bye now. Where is the off button?